Today, I'm cooking a lasagna that is more than just seafood. I'm cooking a piece of my history. Back in 2003, I had a dream to study culinary arts in Le Cordon Bleu in Canada. But my visa was denied. So I flew from Venezuela to Peru and enrolled in a culinary course there. And one of the first assignments was create a fusion dish. So I thought in two things. One, my mom's lasagna that in my country called pasticho, and the Peru fantastic seafood. And that's how this recipe born. It has shrimp, clam, a creamy fish bechamel, and my sea-smothered base. This recipe holds a lot of flavor and memory. Lasagna pasta, basically, don't have to be complicated about that. Maybe some other way, maybe some other day I will fresh handmade pasta, but not in this case. Of course, the main ingredient is shrimp, clams. You can also add octopus, lobster, and the seafood of your choice. All the seafood is good, so come on, just give it a try. For our sauce, fresh peeled tomato, garlic, and red onion. Our creamy fish bechamel. Then we're gonna make a very, very creamy fish bechamel. This is amazing. In fact, you can eat it just like this. Imagine a sunset in the coming fall with a glass of wine and a creamy fish bowl. Amazing. Parmesan, mozzarella, and a base. A sea-smothered base. This is the secret of cooking. It's one of the secret cooking. How you give flavors and soul to the food is with bases, with ingredients. That's what people don't tell you. Is these things, the stocks that you put in the food, the base, the mother base that you put in food. The same as you do in a bread, and a sourdough bread it takes time and is natural, and then the fermentation give another flavor to the bread. It's the same with cooking. When you do these things previously, it takes a little bit more time, but it really concentrates all the flavors and expose all the ingredients another level. It gives you layers of flavor. So I'm gonna teach you how to do this. So let's go. Making the sea-smothered base. First, I boil shrimp shells together with 2 whole tomatoes. I score the tomatoes on top so the skin loosens, because later they will help build flavor in our base. As the shrimp shells and tomatoes boil, I season the water with salt and pepper. This is going to be our seafood stock. In a pan, I heat some oil and saute red onions, garlic, and a peeled yellow chili. No seeds, no veins. I let those 3 ingredients caramelize. Add the boiled shrimp shells straight from the stock. I saute everything together until it's golden. And then comes one of my favorite touches, a splash of beer. The beer adds depth, intensity, and just the right. Then I stir in a heat panca paste. A pinch of oregano and a ladle of our seafood. I let it simmer until the flavors concentrate and then liquid reduce. Once everything is rich in aroma, I blend it with an immersion blender until it's adding more of the shrimp stock. Finally, I strain it and there's the sea's mother base, a deep concentrated foundation for any seafood dish. Cooking the shrimp and clam. Now, the sauce that this lasagna in a pan, I add chop it and peel red onions in, and finally mince. I season with salt and pepper and let them caramelize. Then I add the shrimps and once the shrimps start turning color, I deglaze the pan with water. This brings brightness and pulls all those flavors from the pan into the sauce. I let the alcohol cook, then pour in a generous amount of seed mother base, just enough to almost cover the seed. I let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes so everything marries together. I taste, adjust the seasoning, and then stir in a cup to a cup of everything. To finish, I blend it in some of my fish stock bechamel, about half or 3/4 of a cup, to thicken the salad. Guys, this is key. We don't want a watery lasagna, right? We want a creamy, flavorful, and hold it together in a beautiful. Building the lasagna. First, you want to make sure to grease the pan for the lasagna don't get stick when you will serve it. Start with a layer of pasta, spread a little bechamel, and sprinkle mozzarella. Another pasta layer, then our shrimp and clam sauce, and some parmesan. And repeat, pasta, bechamel, mozzarella, pasta, parmesan, until you reach it. For the final layer, I pasta, bechamel, mozzarella, and parmesan, and I just put a pinch of salt. Now it's fresh. You can bake it for 400 to 410 Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. Or you can freeze it for up to 3 months if you and bake it straight from frozen for about an hour to an hour and 15. And here is the result. A golden on top, creamy inside, and every bite carrying taste of the sea and the warmth of home. And that's it. Here it is. Let's try. Pasta, ocean, and memory. Of course, and cheese, just to be safe. See ya.